The reason why I'm doing this video is to talk about being forced to accept abuse that's somewhat out of your control. A lot of people are put like in a childlike stage, or you are a child, and you're being forced to deal with situations that are out of your control. Basically, you're being abused, but you can't really feel angry about it, or it's something signaling you, telling you not to be angry. And at those times, those are the best time to get it out. Voice your frustration, punch a punching bag, whatever you have to do to get that anger out. Because when you allow that type of abuse to take place with no repercussions or no venting of the situation whatsoever, it tends to either render you a victim or make you an extreme punisher. Make you want extreme revenge at some point for anything. It could be something so small, but you will find yourself victimizing others because you haven't really gotten the opportunity to vent yourself about situations that are taking place or things that are being done to you. A lot of times you can't really deal with the person that is doing this to you. Sometimes you don't have that option. If you do, definitely do it. Definitely deal with the person that's victimizing you, the person that is abusing you directly, if it's within your control to do so. Forced victimization goes through many different stages. The first stage is somewhat a blind stage or incoherent stage or unawareness stage where you're dealing with abuse, but you are unaware of it, you are oblivious of it, you're not able to really address it. The second stage that may take place, you become aware of it, you're not aware who, you're not aware what, and everything. And the third final stage is for them to do it flamboyantly in front of you and render you victimless, where you feel like you cannot take control of the situation by using several devices against you. I will warn you this. Never be accepting of anything that a person do to you. When you know that the treatment is not appropriate or there is a misconduct, never be accepting of it. These type of things will follow you. Like I remember my parents saying, my mom saying, um, we're never really alone. There is always people watching, always people in the room. There is always people around, and sometimes those same people that is in the room watching are somewhat the same people doing the victimization or doing things against you or whatever the case may be. um, in these situations, remember that even being a victim, don't be accepting of it. I remember talking to you guys in a early video, talking about women that were pretty much forced into prostitution through a number of devices and a number of psychological techniques, a number of manipulative methods, and they became victims. And when they became victims, they started to They started to victimize others and cause others to pretty much fall into that same state or that same state of mind. It is never good. It's never appropriate to pretty much victimize someone else. But I am pro self defense. Um, no, I'm not going to victimize someone else, but I will defend myself. I am pro taking care of yourself, defending yourself, doing what you have to do to let them know, look, you will not be doing me like this. You will not be abusing me, mistreating me, or doing me wrong or whatever. The purpose is to the purpose of your predator is to handicap you. The handicap gives them more of an advantage. The handicaps can range from weakness, deprival of food, resources that are actually necessary, financial aid, a multitude of different things they will deprive you of. This is supposed to give them a competitive edge of how to deal with you. Remember, I always tell you guys to live within your means. Sometimes living within your means to find innovative ways to survive. Um, One of my innovative ways of survival is when I'm going through certain things. I sometimes use tea candles to warm up food. I get a little rack and basically place the tea candles under there, and I put a pot on it and cook using tea candles or using a candle or alternative source, propane stoves, whatever alternative you have to use for self survival, survival. Period. Make sure that you do that. Never let the predator feel like they have control over you. I remember it was times where I'm financially stricken. I go to the library, fill up my water jugs at a public site, library, a park, anywhere. I would get like water jugs, drink the water, and then go fill those same jugs up to take a shower, or to bathe or to cleanse myself. Never letting um, never letting my situation feel like it has the best of me, despite what's going on. Another thing, washing clothes. I would get dish detergent, not dish detergent, but laundry detergent, cheap brand, Roma laundry detergent, and I would take Roma laundry detergent and wash my clothes. They don't smell like fabric softener or whatever, but I would hand wash them. I would soak my whites and put bleach in it, washing powder, soak my whites, and then wash them with my hands. Um, to pretty much live within my means. Never letting my situation get the best of me. Remind you, a predator does not care how they prey on you. Um, One situation I experienced, I was living in an apartment complex, and the people are um, they were very lenient with me. I was behind several months. I kept applying for programs. For some weird reason, the programs never came through. I had applied for all kinds of programs, financial aid or whatever the case may be. It got so bad that I called the state themselves and, the agencies themselves that actually offer utility, light, water, rental assistance, the main agency that was doing it at the time. And When I called for opportunity office, I asked them, I was like, I'm not able to receive the services through your agencies. Is there a form or a way where I can apply directly to you to get a fairer chance at resources and everything? Um, they pretty much said, no, you have to use the agencies. That's what we give you. But I knew for a fact that there was really a flaw there and that there wasn't a real truth to that situation, because all government agencies, when offering resources, have a direct connect where citizens are able to directly get resources from them without having to go through a third party or go through someone else to get these resources. But that's what was taking place. It's pretty much, they usually just do a simple application and say, hey, fill out the application, show me proof that you have this issue, and that's it, and they send you a check. But they didn't want to do that. For me, I'm telling people never to be accepting of abuse, because I know at some point it will transform you. Whether it transform you to the point where you victimize the innocent because you have not found that release, or you haven't you weren't able to adjust yourself appropriately where you can maintain your own individual personality. At some point it does take complete control. So remember to use some of the devices in which I told you. If you don't do anything but run or walk, um, sit up there and start punching a punching bag, get it out. Get it out. Every time they do something that pisses you off, get it out. Think it's them and get it out. Because you need to program yourself when that time comes to deal with them, and deal with them in an appropriate manner. If you are strong and you don't really need that, then that is great. But if not, and you feel yourself somewhat weakening, definitely get a punching bag. Get something, start knocking it out, taking it to it. Find a way to just do what you have to do. If it's a dull and you have to grab a knife and just stab it a few times to feel better, whatever you have to do to let that steam off, let it off. If you can't do anything else, just let it off, because there has to be a venting point for you, whether they want it to be or not. It has to be a venting point. Remember to utilize this. That way you're deprogramming some of the stuff that they're trying to program in you, where you're accepting a victimization.